because it keeps your attention. It gets you. It's like, oh, this is good. And I'll tell you, coming through these headphones, it sounds real good.
I love I love Stranger Things. First off,
I've never watched it.
Dude,
I know. It's horrible. I have no time to watch TV.
I can't wait until Charlotte's old enough to watch it because it is violent and it's very gory. Well, it's like to us, it's like whatever. But
I've seen some pictures of I guess what the bad guy is.
Yeah, he's a. They could have done better.
I think he looks pretty. I think he looks pretty awesome for like
It progressed. He got different look, but the first like bad guy is like this flower looking thing, and it's like, dude, I don't know about that. I've seen worse in my life than this guy. But
there's some rose trying to hurt.
It is. It's but I'm huge in nostalgia, so it's but yeah, like I was saying before we got cut off. Some of the things we had a beer podcast, and I had it as a podcast first, and then it turned into I was just doing reels, and okay. They're gone. Thanks for letting me know. Anyway, well, we had like 9 craft breweries sponsoring us. It was great. It was good money coming in. It was unreal. And I was taste testing beers and putting them up on our social media. Some fucking guy goes, yeah, great parenting, dickhead. Because I was having Charlotte hand me the beer or whatever. And I was like, yep. And that was it. That's what I was saying. Like, with the camera was malfunctioning earlier. Sometimes it's better, but
I don't drink.
That was well, I mean, cancel culture. So it's difficult. We got canceled once from a sponsor. It was called Canadips. They're out of California. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a pouch of tobacco, but it's cannabis.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So it was cool. They're cool flavors. I was ripping them.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. So I was ripping them, and I also, people that watch the show, I'm media credential with the Flyers.
All right. Sick, by the way.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man, I'm so freaking proud. Every time I see the Old City Sports Network pop up.
Yeah.
See you and your buddy. I don't know who he is, but I actually watched the live. I don't know if you saw that. I was watching the live for a while.
Yeah.
And
nice.
I got a call and I had to go, but it was like, I'm just like, man, it's like Jesse Bell is actually doing it. Like there's people out there, they say they want to do certain things and they're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And there's people that actually do the things. And I love it. I think it's awesome. I think it's freaking sweet that I'm here right now.
Yeah.
Like looking at myself on a podcast, even like,
I meant the text that I said earlier. I meant that.
Oh my gosh, dude. Literally, I'm in the middle of doing leg extensions and I get that text and I'm like, this son of a bitch.
Yeah. Because I was, we celebrated St. Patrick's Day yesterday with our family because the other weekend, whatever. And I was just laying in bed, licking my wounds. And I saw the story and was just like, dude, like the first thing I thought of was like when me and this motherfucker met each other, dude, it was just like absolute hatred.
Yes.
And like, don't have to go all into it and everything, but like, and like, I know for a fact that, and I say this all the time, and I don't mean any disrespect to any of our friends, but like, I never thought it'd be me and you still like, I don't want to say like normal, but there have been some things that have happened to our friends that people would have thought that it would have been me and you that it happened to.
Yep.
And I got to commend you on the parent. I say it all the time, and me being a parent too, dude, I know how difficult it is for me just even having my support system, but dude, you're fucking absolutely killing it. And it's 100%. It's awesome. I love seeing that shit. All my friends, I just love seeing all my guys fucking killing it, and it's awesome. Especially the gym shit too. I'm like, I can't fucking do that. I'm not going to the gym, bro.
I'll tell you, the gym. So here's the thing. There's people not to cast any stones, but there's people who say like, oh, I have a family, I have a job, and those are the reasons why I can't go to the gym. I say
I'm lazy.
It's okay.
And
I look at it this way. I have a family and a job, and that's why I go to the gym.
Right.
I started going to the gym in 2020. That's when I started actually going to the gym. I look back at some of my pictures. I'm like, man, I can't believe how far I've come. And I'm not like a big guy and by any stretch of the imagination.
You're a lot bigger than you used to be.
I will. Thank you.
Good God.
This is 6 years
God,
though.
actually.
I mean, imagine if I started doing gear, or started, the only thing that I've been doing over the past 6 years is I take pre-workout, and for for a while I stopped doing that, and creatine, monocrized or micronized creatine, which definitely does make a difference.
Yeah.
It makes a difference up here, but it also makes a little difference. You know, you can see a little bit of difference, not much, but definitely a little bit of difference in your gains, so to speak. But I'm 5'9", 160, and I've been 5'9", 160, 165 for 5.5 years now.
Yeah.
And I think that's the ticket to living forever. You know, medium-sized guys.
Yeah.
Running miles, not too many miles, but running.
I'm the same height.
Yeah.
You've
always been a solid ass dude, though.
Yeah, but
like, literally, like, always been solid as a rock, like a bear.
I go to the doctor. They're like, because again, I'm type 2 diabetic. I don't trust anyone. Like,
sure.
Especially last time I went to the doctor, I don't know if anybody knows about being type 2 diabetic. They take your A1C. My A1C was very high because I also have medical anxiety.
Sure.
So, like, when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I have the second highest blood sugar level in Crozier Hospital history, which may not be saying a lot, but it was 1156.
Yeah, I would say it's saying a lot, considering the types that would be frequenting Crozier.
Right.
You know, very unhealthy types is what I'm saying.
I was blind. Like, I went blind.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. Like, it was horrible. So I know when something's wrong. Sure. It was so high. Now I know when I'm high, whatever. I do take medicine, but every time I go to the doctor, they tell me this shit. I'm like, you're wrong. Like, that's not right. And I know so much about it because I'm so invested in it because I don't want to die.
Well, you live it.
Right.
You know?
So the last time I was at the doctor, they prick your finger to test your blood sugar.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, your A1C is this high. I'm like, it's like really high. I feel great. He's like, yeah. Well, I said, well, what was my blood sugar? He goes, well, let's see. Your A1C is this high. So let's do the math. I said, do the math. You just prick my finger. Tell me what the number says.
Yeah.
And he looked at me. I said, yeah, I'm out of here. Yeah. That was it. I just got up and left. I said, just give me the medicine and I'll decide if I'm going to take it. I'm not taking it. The side effect is blindness. I operate heavy machinery. Are you crazy? You guys are not even listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yep.
So
that's the medical industry from what I can tell in a nutshell.
Right.
I don't really go to doctors. It's been a while since I've been to the doctor, probably a few years.
Yeah.
Veda goes to the doctors because she has to, obviously.
Yeah.
She's doing very well. But
but that comes at I feel like I always get. I wish I could get Lynn's down here once.
That would be awesome. I would love
because
you guys to have a podcast.
I wanted to do it at the beginning. I wanted to do it so bad, but then like now it's like, especially for something like this, I feel like it'd be great because we've been together for almost 15 years, and
congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you,
absolutely.
And for the past 10 years, I've been wrong about a lot of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And this isn't like a marriage. Oh, the guy's always wrong. No, it's like. And I've lived a very difficult life. So, like, I'm used to being wrong a lot. I'm starting to be right about a lot of stuff. And she's just like, what is going on right now? And I'm like, dude, like, it's just, you have to.
40.
Yeah. I've seen some shit. And, like, I think the biggest thing now is that we're not, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. You said you're not afraid. The vaccine shit, we're not getting them. We're not getting any of them. I'm not getting any of them. Well, I'm not, and I didn't because the Flyers made me to get in the press box and then didn't fucking check for the paperwork. And I'm like,
son of a bitch,
you make me so fucking mad. And I haven't been in the press box ever since.
Yep. But Veda didn't get the COVID vaccine either.
Well, you don't. Your kids don't have to get the vaccines to get in school. They just push back. Well, listen, man, it's the wrong dance partner. You're picking the wrong dance partner because I feel like, and with you as well, you know, I didn't graduate high school. I have an 8th grade education, but I'm a lot smarter. I've gotten smarter over the years because I'm like sitting back watching, like, you guys went to college and you're saying shit like this. Like, I didn't go to college. I only have a GED.
I went to school to be an electrician. So
right. Wow.
I sell rocks now. So.
Right. But like, it's just like the world is so difficult, but with the kids now, it's just like, I've become like so much of when Charlotte was born, I became such a fucking animal. I didn't want anyone near her. And like now what's going on in the world, like I even looked up who takes the pictures at my kid's school.
Yeah.
And the guy that owns the company is like, we are not connected to Life Touch. And I'm like, you're fucking lucky, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm just
crazy. That whole Epstein thing, the whole Life Touch thing.
Dude, it's like a catalog. When someone said that, it's like a catalog for them. I said, I'm telling you right now, dude, I'm not saying I'm the baddest dude on the planet, but I will destroy.
Fuck around and find out,
dude.
Fuck around and find. That's all.
I'm not a gun holder because I don't fucking need them. And I'm telling you, and everyone gets mad at me. You're gonna need us. I walk through that fucking door, bro.
Yeah.
Anything outside that door is not my problem.
Yeah,
you
I
call
agree.
me and you're like, I'm coming. But like,
likewise, yeah.
You come on those steps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's memes going around. It's like, oh, there was memes about like killing people for other people's kids. And 100%, especially my boys. Like if anybody mess with one of my boys' kids, you better hope the cops find you first.
Yeah.
Dude. Like we're not messing around with kids, at all. There's no gray area. There's no, oh, but this person has this mental disability. No. It doesn't matter. No. I don't care.
I don't discriminate.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Everybody's
equal, right? So like, I don't want to hear all that. Well, this person's.
Well, even with and I love if it's true, and that's the thing. It's crazy. It's like there's so much false information going on with social media. Is literally lying about shit. Because if you try to,
scary to watch social media.
If you try to research it, which I have become an absolute reporter. Like I write articles at least 20 times a month, and like
blogs or
articles on the Flyers, but like. I've been a little afraid. I will say I've been a little afraid to put out. I have stuff written, but I haven't published it about like certain things because
you don't want to lose your access.
Well, you don't even know. Well, fuck that. I can lose it. I don't care. That's not what makes the money. Well, I guess that's something to do with it. But at the same time, I
wouldn't want to lose my access if I had Flyers access. Like if
I don't even go. I send people. I don't even go anymore.
I would not want to lose it. I would tell a little bit of a line anyway, unless it was like completely out of line. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
If something happened to me, and it actually touched me, like I wouldn't give a shit. I would be all about it. But
they're really like I've talked to, and if you followed the Flyers, which I can't wait till because a lot of people in the media, I'm sure that they will touch on or they'll watch some of our shows. I know for a fact that the Flyers listen to Flyers Alley. They've done stuff that we've talked about and even made line changes that we were like that. We just talked about that.
That's sick. That's sick. Yeah.
Regardless of whether like Flyers nitty gritty and the rest of you fucking losers believe that happens. I fucking hate everybody, so it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah.
They don't. I think they told us once like, look, pipe down. Like, well, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Don't curse. There's no way. It says Delco. If you turn around, it says Delco's Flyer podcast. That there's no way we're not going to curse. Everyone from that pod is from Delco. It's not happening.
You got to understand the Delco runs deep in the blood regardless. You can take the people out of Delco, but you can't take the Delco out of the people sometimes.
Delco. Just gotta have it.
You know what? The last time I heard that, I was listening to Preston and Steve.
It came from their. They have a free online soundboard, and I was like, I'm taking that. There's no way I'm not taking that.
Of all the radio, Preston and Steve is still something that I would listen to. And
I left for a little bit. Yeah. Steve kind of bothers me.
Really?
And everyone's like, no, he's the funniest part. I was like, I'm so in my old age of I'll be 40 in November. I hate being interrupted.
Sure.
Hate it.
I can understand.
If I do it like I just did I'll stop myself. Like, I don't like doing it to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So like when we're doing a pod, like a Flyers out, I wouldn't do it to you now, but we're doing a Flyer. They all know. I'll just end it. I'm like, you're not going to interrupt me. We're just not going to do this. I hate
do my best, by the way.
Well, it happens. I mean, with something like this, but if I'm throwing out some analytical stuff, I'm talking about like a game that happened. It's like, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Talking to you.
Yeah. I'm putting facts out here right now.
Right.
Shut your fucking mouth. Give me just a 30 seconds of peace, please.
You've been here before. You know what happens.
And you know who I am. I'm fucking Jesse Bell. Like, get it over. Like, come on, man.
Wade is one of my co-hosts, my cousin Wade.
Yeah. Oh, dude, how the hell is he doing?
He's doing great.
Awesome. That's awesome. Great. I've always liked Wade.
He's got a son, Carson.
Congratulations.
He's still living in Marcus Hawk. I think he's looking to take the move somewhere.
About time. Yeah. Get the fuck out. And Chichester, I haven't been to Chai, and the last time I went, I took my mom there to her P.O. box one time, but I try really hard not to go back to Chai. My sisters live there.
I worked there, so
my sisters live there. I do have some customers that I've been prospecting out there, so it is what it is. But Chichester, Delco in general, I get anxiety just being there. Like I'm so happy that I got out of Delco so long ago, and because ever since I got out of Delco, that's when my life started to take an incline. Had to take a couple bumps to get woken up in certain aspects of my life, but leaving Delco was a gift. it was a gift.
I say it all. Obviously, you're here, so you know I'm not in Delco anymore. I work there, and it's literally at the end of Philly Pike. I go to and for. I don't go anywhere, and I don't. Like I said, I don't go to the stadium anymore. I despise. I just can't. I can't do it. Yeah. And it is like that. I had to. I mean, if it wasn't for Linz and the kids, I mean, me and Linz were cool, but like once we had the kids, it was like, all right, man, it's wake up time.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Once you have a kid, it's like life looks different. Before Veda was even born, I was like, okay, it's grind time. It's straight up like, and I've been in grind mode for the past 7 years. And finally, I'm kind of like, this year, I'm like, we're going to have some fun this year. Man.
Yeah.
You know, like we got some money in the bank now. Like we're doing okay. It took us some time, but we are finally at a place where we're not scraping. And it was never like we were.
It just wasn't enough for you mentally.
It was exactly like, you know, I grew up eating cans of corn for dinner. You know, I was, my brother was eating lean cuisine, like, and I was eating, not lean cuisine. What's the kids' cuisine?
Yeah.
You know, and we were barely even doing that. So for me, I just never wanted Veda to have that life. And she's not living that life. I've lived in my the house that I own now is the first single house I ever lived in. So hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
She loves it. She has friends all over the neighborhood. She's been to like 10 different birthday parties in the past year. We got 3 coming up. We got 2 on April 4th, and we got 1 on Sunday the 29th. So you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'm hopefully this year, you know, maybe I get to do some stuff just by myself.
Yeah.
You know? But at the same time, if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'd like to meet myself a girl, to be honest, but
yeah.
Listen, I'm also really like, I'll tell you, man.
I can't
what's
wait.
Out there
I
right
think
now,
I know what's about to be said, and I can't wait for you to say it.
I don't know. I'm just saying, what's out there right now, I don't want no part of it, dude. Like, you know, it's like I'm good, man.
I tell her all the time.
I got super high standards that will probably never be met, and I'm totally content with being by myself. So I'm good, you know. But you know, I feel
like it would be like, so I tell her all the time, like, listen, and I don't mean this in any way, like, if something were to happen, I'm not getting married again. I'm not. And it's nothing like, I watch these guys out here nowadays, like, talk about what these women are doing to them. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I would never allow that. And I also don't want any of them around my children. Like,
yeah, well,
who's worthy enough to be around my wife's children,
dude,
or your daughter? Like
straight up, that is a big deal for me, deal. Which is one of the reasons why I don't date that many. Well, I don't really go out on dates, is because as a father to a daughter, right? See, I'm traditional. I'm not like these new like, I'm not into all this new pansexual, like weird like stuff. I'm not about that life. I don't want Veda to see me have a bunch of different partners.
Right.
I don't want to set that precedent. Like, even if I do find a girlfriend, we're going to be platonic friends in front of Veda. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could do whatever we do on our own time, but in front of Veda, or in front of her, even if she has kids, the goal is platonic friends until we know.
Think of that.
I'm telling you, I put a lot of thought into this. Like, I don't just sit around doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've been plotting and scheming, but the whole thing is like, we'll be platonic friends until we know it's worth something, and then we can kind of figure it out.
Right.
You know, that's just the way I'm looking at it. I refuse to have Veda see me with a bunch of different girls coming in and out of the house,
and to think that that's okay.
Or like,
you know, like,
exactly, because
on the other side.
So we
did get girls too. That makes things. I have a nephew, dude, and I'm just like, I'm not even worried about you, dude. I have a niece though, and I'm like,
it'd be different if I had a son. I think I'd be a little different.
I don't want one. I never wanted one.
I do want one. I would love to. There's one.
You can have one.
Yeah, I'm 40. I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 in May. But I'm still good. I could still have a kid. I could still have a kid and thrive with a kid.
That's so.
Problem is just finding the right partner, right? Because I'm not going to do it the way I did it last time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like, you know, I don't even have a regret. You know.
Well, that's the time. It's like the time machine question.
Yeah. Listen, Veda, you know, Ash and me were best friends. So, and we planned Veda. And so there was a time where we were best friends. Things happened and they are what they are now. But, you know, I remember talking to my brother not too long ago, because there was some stuff that popped up, and it's like, you know, it's crazy to think that, like, through all the crap, There was a time when we were tight as fuck, like legitimately best friends.
You and I.
Yeah. So like, those are the, I don't ever say anything bad about them. Would never do that. Never ever. Though, because my whole thing is all I really care about is Veda and her well-being. I don't really give a shit about myself. Like, not that I don't care about myself, but like my whole shtick is like, what do I need to do for Veda first? It's always Veda first.
Yeah.
And then me. That's why I grind. That's why I go to work. That's why I don't go out. That's why I stopped playing drums. That's why I stopped going to shows. That's why I stopped playing drums in a band. I was a rock star for like 6 months.
Yeah.
maybe a little less, but yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I'm not going to lie. But once I knew that it was going to be me and Veda, and just me and Veda for a while, like I had to wash my hands. I said, I had to go so far as I removed all of my friends that were in the music scene, like, because it wasn't anything against them. If anything, they should consider it a compliment.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, damn, man, I'm watching these folks live this life that I was really into. And it's not that I regret it or anything like that, because I would do every single thing that I've done up to this point. I would do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I just found that driving an hour plus to stand around for 3 hours, is a waste of my fucking time.
I was never a big fan of it.
Yeah. And also, like, there were certain things that did happen, and I don't want to say anything too bad, but I never got paid to play any shows, which is fine, just the experience in general, but they did. And they did. And one show they got paid $250.
Oh,
and they didn't even say anything. And I gave the money to them because the guy gave me the money. And I was like, here, man, by the way, they gave you guys, this is what we got paid. Didn't even offer me like $25. Like, and that's fine. That's cool. I don't even really care too much, to be honest. Like, I'm not bitter about it, but that did weigh into me. I was like, these people really don't care about me. They don't, honestly, they really don't care about me. Like, I would group text with some of them, and fuck them. I don't.
It's also like, so I was around for a little bit of things. I don't know if you're talking to, no, obviously maybe not the same people, but it's just
no, the ones that we know together, I still have mad love for, mad respect. And I will always, like,
you know who I just ran into at and he's always, and I was me. I was not an overly nice person back in the day, and that's just
either,
that's just how it is, man. I mean, the situation I'm not gonna get into.
That's why we couldn't really get too far deep on. Sorry to interrupt, by the way.
No.
That's why when we were here last time and we did what I can remember, there was just certain things that, like, if you bring it up, for me, it's like you're kind of, even if you're not trying to what's the word, glorify it, it's still being glorified, and I don't even want to talk about it, because I want to, in my head, I know it happened, but it never happened.
I'm not going to bring that up.
Yeah, we don't need to bring any
shot.
Yeah.
And
which is like probably why some of the people we were talking right before we started, like, where that's like, I don't know if we should have you on. It's like
but at the same time, it's
it's awesome. No.
Yeah,
this is why I say it like this. It's like, I had some of my best times back then.
Oh, absolutely.
They were
learned a lot
insane.
about myself.
Yes.
Yes,
and
that too. Yes, it was absolutely insane.
Absolutely insane. Straight up insanity.
Yes.
Absolute ego to the fucking max. And we had 50 plus people with us at all times. Like,
even if not, though, there were certain ones. I'm not going to name, but we can handle ourselves. Didn't need 50 people.
We didn't need it. No.
Just saying.
You and me alone.
I wasn't going to say, but I wasn't going to say, but but no. So I Boost Corner. I found out that I'm not gonna say that part, but because he probably doesn't want to know. But Mike Doc, I saw him in Boost Corner probably like right around Christmas. Was just so excited to see me.
Really?
And because
he's always been one of the best, though.
Yeah, but like he was guys. Like, I came around and it was just like I met everybody, and AJ does it all the time. Remember this? I said, no, dude, I wasn't around yet, but like I guess I was just so like you guys, like you just thought I was.
You felt like it felt like you were around forever. I
wasn't even around. I was in Oxford doing it, and that's when I was in my band and did all my stuff. And like you're saying with the band stuff, like my brother-in-law wants me to start. I have all the equipment. We can record right now.
Yeah. I can still shred. Don't play.
I can too. But right now I'm playing Goo Goo Dolls. All right. On the acoustic guitar.
Straight up. I'm on my Goo Goo Dolls right now. I even had Creed playing the other day. I was like, legit, I'm about to be 40, bro.
Try to tell me that I had
company, like all types of shit that like
I had an argument with now everybody that knows me knows I'm half Scottish and half Puerto Rican. So I'm allowed to talk any way the fuck I want.
Yeah.
I won't.
Scott Power, by the way.
Yeah. There you go. So I'm at work, and there's a fellow, I would say like 75%, 80% Puerto Rican guy. I've never talked to him before, ever. He wasn't there long. I'm in the break room. We're talking about how bad the Super Bowl. Well, no, it was right when the Super Bowl was announced that it was going to be Bad Bunny. So all I said was, I have no idea who that is. Why don't you just fucking get Creed? And the guy walked in, and he heard me. He was at the vending machine and was like, dude, Bad Bunny does all blah, 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 blah. I said, why are you yelling at me? One. And he's like, well, you don't even understand. I said, why? Because you're Puerto Rican? I said, so am I. And is he Puerto Rican? He goes, yeah. I'm like, I don't fucking care. What I'm saying is people would appreciate Creed more. That's all I'm saying. They'll get less views. No, they won't.
Yeah.
They would get more views.
Yeah. I didn't even watch
fucking Creed. Yeah. I don't watch. I watch Notre Dame football and fucking hockey. I don't watch that.
College football is good.
Love it.
I don't fuck with the NFL at all anymore.
Me neither.
Once it got all political and super far left, I mean, and racism, give me a fucking break. Do you know anybody?
I'm not even.
Let me ask you a serious question, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who's actually racist? Like actually racist, not like joking around saying racist shit, like, because everybody does that. I mean, like somebody who just actually doesn't like somebody just because they're a certain color or a certain nationality.
Yes.
Oh,
can't name their name, but 100%.
I don't know anybody
at the
in
same
real life.
time, it's, and you could probably guess if you guess, I won't say it. But,
I'm not going to say any. I don't want to put anybody under. Yeah.
He now is like, he sees that I'm not like that at all. And he kind of is like, tests the waters and then looks at me and I'm like, no, like, don't fucking do that. So like older generation person, but it's just like understanding that you're like, you have like no back anymore. Like, it's not like that,
dude, because
so no, other than that, not really. No,
because here's what it is. Unless it's not cool. Color, it's culture.
Right.
So I am very much against certain cultures. Like, and I don't mean like, oh, this culture is predominantly this color. It's all mindset. It's all what do you bring to the table?
Right.
Like, are you a selfish person that throws trash on the ground and just doesn't even give a shit about anybody else around you? Because that type of culture, it's out there. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you around my people. You know, we're trying to build. And then so I just think it's a certain culture. I call it EBT culture.
Okay.
Straight up. And it doesn't matter what color you are, because we all know different folks. And we know who I'm talking about. It doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
It matters right here.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'll shake anybody's hand.
Yeah.
I'm good to grow myself. So if I'm wrong, if you give me some good intel and I'm like, if you're like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I also take environment and culture into consideration when I see certain things online. Like my Instagram feed will have you thinking the world's coming to an end. There's a certain demographic that's completely causing all the problems in the world. And when I see these videos, I'm like, imagine if your entire culture and your environment was preaching since you were a baby and you're fourth generation in this, that it's all about fucking other people's girls, robbing people. That's the type of shit you're growing up in. Of course, you're going to think a certain way. That's not your fault.
Right.
You didn't do that. The music, and actually, really, what I think, it's the music industry's fault. Like, if you think about it, it's what they're getting blasted this shit.
Yeah.
And then you
guys, sorry.
And then you couple that with an environment of like, basically how I grew up. You got welfare culture. My mom, by the way, the welfare culture that I'm talking about was my culture when I was growing up.
Right.
So this is why this is why I feel so strongly about it. So when you have parents that are not there, like, no dads, especially no fathers, that's a big thing. I have I have a very strong feeling about men who are bad fathers. Like, I won't fuck with you at all. And I might even tell you about it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll fuck with you.
Yeah, yeah. Like, we might have a conversation if you're that close to me, but, and then like some of them had parents that were high all the time growing up, or died young while they were young because of drugs and alcohol. And it's just what they grew up in. So they don't really know anything. And then their boys, what are they going to do? it's just how they grew up. So I feel bad. At the end of the day, they're making their own choices, but I do think that if the culture was a little bit more, let's build, let's like grow, and not let's fuck each other's girlfriends and sell drugs and rob people, it's like, no shit, you're gonna have a shit life.
Right.
No shit, you're gonna have a shitty outlook on life.
The dad thing is so serious because like, and a lot of people don't. I keep like, I've never done this like camera feed before, so I'm like struggling on like.
I'm trying real hard not to look at myself. I have if I pass, I'm so.
Well, it's difficult to not look at the camera because that's where you're supposed to look. But then look at the part. You can look at me. It's fine.
I like looking at you. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Every now and then I'll peek at myself.
I like looking at me too.
Yeah. You're a handsome man, man. I can't lie.
It's diabolical. The dad thing, and a lot of people don't know. Bob's not my real dad.
Well, I knew that.
And a lot of people don't because like we are very, very, very similar. Even the way that I yell is like identical to the way he does. But he. So what you're saying that you had the EBT
culture.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were so fucking close to that, and he saved me from all of that. And if it wasn't for him, we were on the street. We were in Marcus Hook living at my cousin. My female cousins. I'm not gonna name her because I don't fuck with that at all. Yeah. We were living there, and in Marcus Hook, and it was just like I was 5 years old. I was sitting on the front porch waiting for my actual father to come pick me up on my 5th birthday, and he never showed up. And then the next day at Boy Scouts, this dude saves us from, I think our car broke down. And from that day on, they were dating. And then I remember waking up and running into me and my brother Joe used to jump on my mom in the morning, wake her up. And something told me to just stop at the door. I did. And Joe went and bounced off Bob. He was like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? But from that on, the absolute just how to be a fucking man. I stood back and just watched my brothers fuck up. I fucked up too. Oh. But he just turned me into a fucking man. But he was also the one that took me into the backyard and showed me how to defend myself. So like my girls know how to defend themselves, like to the highest extent. Like, and a father
made it through, by the way. And she's and now she doesn't look for any trouble, but she does stand up for herself.
Oh, yep. Sure.
You see her? I mean, dude, Veda's the best. She's super, super loving.
Oh,
super
she's cool. Yeah, it's first time meeting her, and it's just I'm like, yes.
Yeah. I freaking love that
like
girl, dude.
They have to, and that's the thing. It's like I have every day, like you said, it's her first, and then my thing is it's that, and then it's just I have to keep myself alive to make sure. Would you stay alive if you had the option to take something that would keep you alive until your daughter passed away? Would you do it?
I just want to make sure that I'm alive until she reaches the age of reason, where she can understand, like, where I've had enough influence on her, where it's like, okay, my dad died. This fucking sucks, but I know I'm going to be all right. I know what to do now. I know the choices that I need to make. I know what right and wrong is. Long enough to not have I'm not long enough to not have daddy issues, so to speak. But I have said this before. It's like, damn, I can't die now.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like,
I don't think there's
part of the reason I go to the gym a lot.
I may cry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I love my fucking girl so goddamn much, dude.
Yep.
And I would honestly take, if it was like a thing, if you take this, you could live, and then you would be able to see them and then pass away. I want to do that. I don't think there's and I'm not saying anything against what you were saying, but like, I don't have a time limit. Like, I have to be here forever. Like, because the world when we grew up, dude, was like, it's wild. Like, we were guys who went out and we fought, we drank beer. We did stuff, we did
fucking awesome shit.
Back in the day, it was like, that's what men do. Well, like now it's like there aren't any fucking men left.
There's some soft ass.
So now we have to not be like
crazy,
that.
Yeah.
Because, and I told Linz, I had like a revelation, and I was like, I'm not going out anywhere. I'm not drinking out anywhere.
Yeah. Because
I have to always be on my A game all the time, because people are fucking crazy, dude. Like, some of this, like we were talking about earlier with the yearbook thing, dude. Like, I saw something,
and I live in Jersey, and Jersey is like we got a stupid governor.
Yeah.
She's all about that LGBTQ plus blah, blah, blah shit. And hey, I'm all for the traditional LGBs.
Yeah.
You know, like do all the LGBs, man. Like bring
Leave
back the traditional LGBs. Like, but this whole trans movement shit is, I'm not with it. I'm not against sovereign grown people doing whatever they want. Do whatever you want. Leave the kids alone. And get a fucking third. We need to just start making third bathrooms and third dressing rooms.
Yeah.
Like straight up, it's like there's a trans room for you.
Yep.
Because and I had this discussion, by the way, I just want to touch on something about because I was having a discussion about this with a female friend of mine. Mm-hmm. I don't want to name because I don't want to put out there. Yeah. She's great though. She knows who she is. And she's very on the opposite side of me, right? As a female, I actually expect that. It's very feminine to be like caring like that. Whereas males, at least traditional males, are very protective.
Yeah.
So my point is this. She says you never hear about trans men in men's sports, right? Because a trans man is a female that transitioned into a man, right? But you never hear about people complaining. And here's the reason why. And you hear this probably echoed everywhere. Number one, a female who transitioned into a male is no threat to us.
Right.
Imagine going through puberty as a female, or even like transitioning as a teenage female. We were solid rocks. I mean, especially you when we were kids.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything to me.
No.
And actually, like we don't care. We just don't care. It's not a thing to us. You don't pose. Yeah. You don't pose a threat to us. Whereas the big difference between a trans woman, see, I made this point, and this is where I think the difference is. When you're a little girl, you have your first period at some point, and you have to go through that. Yeah. Right. A trans woman doesn't know what that is.
Right.
She might feel like she knows what that is.
So you say a trans woman, it's a man transitioning into a woman.
Gotcha. That's how I understand it. It could be the opposite. It is. It's ridiculous. And it's a mental disorder.
Absolutely.
So it's like, you don't really you're not like saying, oh, schizophrenics should just be able to do whatever they want. You know, like, and I'm not the smartest guy on this whole thing. All I know is this.
You're pretty smart.
If you're a sovereign adult and you want to if you wanted to transition and become Jamie,
yeah,
I would call you Jamie. I would give you the respect you deserved. Just don't go to the fucking bathroom with my daughter, and don't go into the locker room, and don't try to play.
Well, when does the transition end? So transitioning means that you transition into something else, and then you are that thing. So why are we
Well, now you identify as that thing.
Right. Well,
you're really not.
Well, so you're not trans anymore. Yeah. You're whatever you're transitioning into. So when does that? You can't just be in limbo. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You're going to be one. Okay, so if you're going to be a guy and transition into a woman, you're going to be a woman, and that's going to be it though. You got to stay there. You can't just be in the middle and be like, oh, well, today I'm going to go into the men. No. You're not going to do that. Because me personally, like, I'm telling you, like you said, figure it the fuck out, dude. Because I'm telling you now, like, I am the guy that I go into their school because they're both in the same school. I go into the library. They know me. Yeah. They know me fucking well. So like,
I believe it.
I'm not because I'm literally, and I'm not trying to sound like a fucking hard ass. I'm saving you from what's going to happen. I'll go back.
It
to
is
jail.
like that.
I don't
right?
give a fuck.
It is like that. See, I am not trying to go back to jail, but at the same time,
for my kids, dude, it's there's nothing on the planet that I'm going to kill you. Like that is how it's going to end.
But the freaky thing is why is it that it's okay to, like, why is there a segment of our society that thinks it's okay to fuck with kids?
Because everyone's weak and everybody's like afraid
nobody wants to
cancel.
Yeah,
everyone's afraid to get canceled because everyone, and especially how high the cost of living is right now. If you fuck with anybody's life financially, like you cancel someone from their job, they're fucking done. There's no starting over again. Well, like in a traditional way.
Actually, get some fucking skills, and you will be able to.
I'll go back and roof again, I guess. Dude, if I gotta do what I gotta do.
I'm grateful.
I just put that wall up for my hobby, dude. You really want me to?
I did rate his room.
Right. Like, I have some skills.
See, the company I work for, they don't force their beliefs on anybody. Right. They believe what they believe, and that's okay. And I believe mostly what they believe, so I'm good. You know, I'm not worried about that because I have skills. I have a legitimate skill and I can work with my hands.
Right.
But people need people that can sell. You know, like I can sell. If there's anything I can, there's 3 things that I'm good at in this life: is being a dad, selling things, and fucking.
You're a good businessman.
I'm a good businessman, yeah, and working with my hands, like those 3 things. And if I really, really needed to, I would just start my own company. You know, like if the company I work for ever sells to like some big conglomerate, which I don't, I pray every day that it doesn't happen, but you couldn't blame them if they did it. Especially my bosses are young, you know, and they built, they, you know,
mine
they're
around the same age as me.
They're my boss, the owner of my company is younger than I am.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but they're on a completely different level. I mean, they are unbelievably smart.
Yeah.
And I love working for my company, and I love that my company allows me to be me. They allow me to be myself. And I work with a bunch of people that are just like me.
Right.
You know, we crack jokes, we banter back and forth. Luckily the generation that's at the yard now, they're kind of more, you know, now I think the newer generation, all that woke shit's kind of going by the wayside. There's a balance happening right now. There's a balance happening right now. Yeah. I've noticed, which is so good because the truth is in the gray.
1 second.
Yep.
Make sure they're alive. That's all. That's good.
Yeah, I think that there's a balance happening. You're going to start to see there's always the reflex that happens after some crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
So you know you're starting to see kids saying gay and retarded again.
Yeah.
Which, like, for me, nobody when somebody calls something gay, it has nothing to do with homosexuality.
No, it didn't.
It never did, and it still doesn't. And the same thing with retarded. Yeah. Like, people that say things are retarded, they're not talking about retarded people.
Right.
Nope. And this brings me back to my question I asked you earlier about racist people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you are. You know, like, even if you're gay, if I say something's gay,
that doesn't mean I'm talking about you.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
In
right,
fact,
right.
If you're gay and you're with me and somebody disrespects you for being gay, they'll have a problem with me now.
I feel like situationally, when you do something like that in front of someone that is gay, the other people that aren't gay are more offended than the actual gay person.
Yeah, because people feel
Lynn's brother. He's gay. You say shit around him all the time. He would be like, that dude's gay. I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here?
My nephew was gay. Okay. And like, I would crush somebody if they disrespected him. You know, like, don't ever disrespect my nephew. Like, don't ever. You shouldn't. The truth is, you
disrespect anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The truth is, there should be no disrespect.
That's weird coming from me there, because I'm just. You should see some of the emails that I send, dude.
We were big on disrespecting growing up. Because we were always testing motherfuckers growing up.
Always.
You know, that's what happens.
Well, you know what's weird is now, you know what, and I know you may not agree with this. I do think that some of the shit that's going on nowadays, you need a bully.
You do a little bit.
You know, I was kindly asked to leave high school because I beat the brakes off this kid because he sprayed a mentally challenged girl in the face with Axe.
Yeah, that's not bullying. And that's different.
So that's what I'm saying. Bullshit. So like, I do that. I did that. That was my whole life. I did that. And
stand up for people who can't stand up for
always
themselves.
Did.
Absolutely.
I always did. And but there is an aspect of like, listen, like, I was bullied once in my life, and that was very young. So like, I do feel like you're doing weird shit, dude. Like I don't know if you've seen that, whether it's real or not, when the cop pulls over to go, I identify as a cat, dude. You're about a world of hurt's coming to you right now. You're not a fucking cat, bro.
You're driving a car, bro.
And sometimes I feel like it needs to, when you go, I'm the cop and I take you to court, Your Honor, this guy identified as a cat. It's time to go to the fucking mental institution,
or at least get your license rescinded.
We got to do something here. But now don't be upset when you get bullied because you're a 30-year-old guy dressed as a baby, being put to sleep by your wife and a baby. Dude, you come out of the house, I'm sorry. You come out of that house and you meet 18-year-old Jesse Bell, dude, I'm probably going to break my fucking Batman rule. I'm going to be like, well, yo, dude, what do you fuck? You know, it's just.
Or at least understand that you are being weird. You know, like, you are being weird. Again, here's the thing. I'm not going to go out of my way to disrespect you, but I will talk shit to you. I will talk about you to my friends.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out of my way to
ruin your day.
Your day.
I might.
But you got to understand.
I don't know.
What you're doing is whether. Okay, I said earlier that I don't mind sovereign adults doing whatever, and I mean that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
As long as you're not affecting the people around you directly or indirectly.
There's a line.
There's a line. It's like, and if you are affecting people directly or indirectly, you have to understand why you're getting some feedback.
Right.
Right. And it's like, what you're doing is not normal. Whether the TV wants to tell you what you're doing is normal or not, doesn't mean that it's normal. Just because people want to have compassion,
right,
and they feel bad for you. Actually, you should be more upset with people that are like overly feeling bad for you. Right. It's like, because they don't actually value you. They just pity you.
Right.
Which is the worst thing.
You should respect the people that are actually, I don't like, and nothing against what you say. I love saying shit to people's faces because especially nowadays, it's like, he just said that. Yeah, I did. So like, what's the next step? Yeah. I feel like if you're that guy that's, because I didn't tell the story. It's real short. A guy dressed up as a baby gets fed fucking beer in a baby bottle. He's in a diaper. He's in a crib. Look, guy,
weird as fuck.
I'm gonna tell you're fucking weird because I feel like you should respect me because I'm trying to help you, because you're gonna walk down the street and someone else is not gonna be as, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're weird. Yeah. You got to register that as, am I doing something? You fucking know you're doing something weird, dude. You're 30 years old. You're dressed up like a fucking baby.
Yeah, like at least understand, like, what you're doing is not normal, right? And while I am not going to go out of my way to tell you what you're doing is not normal, you got to understand that people will.
They will.
They will. They will. And
especially
you're asking for it, really.
Maybe not deserve it, but
you don't deserve it, but you are asking for it. And the way I look at it is, again, if you're a sovereign adult, you should be able to do whatever you want as long as you don't directly or indirectly affect other people.
Right.
That's the way I look at it. That's just the way I'm all about freedom, man. If there's anything over the years that I've been about, it's been freedom.
Yeah. That's fair.
But again, don't act like what you're doing is normal, and don't try to prey on innocent minds to make them think that it's normal.
So that's the thing about, and I am very vocal on social media. Like you had to have at least seen it once. I know. On Instagram, especially now, I'm just picking. I just do it. I don't care.
It's good though. You have to.
You cannot. And I know Delaware is a state that it's a blue state, but at the same time, I know that they know that there's a lot of people like me, like blue collar.
It's not New Jersey or California blue. Right.
And there's no the thing that really bothers me is the videos, again, whether they're fake or not, it's something that could happen. It wouldn't surprise me if it happened, is the cross dressing with the children.
Not about that.
Listen, dude, I'm telling you right now.
Staying home from school that day,
Well, first off, you're gonna send a thing home. And I'm coming back. There's no signature. I'm coming back with it. The kids stand, but it's like,
I like that.
Why do you think that that's okay?
Yes, I agree with you. This is what I'm talking about.
Because the world is weak and they don't want to poke the bear. Well, like, that's not the bear, dude. First off,
not the fucking bear.
But like my kids are very well. They ask a lot of questions. And Kenzie, the youngest one, is the one that's like, what? And in front, I don't remember where we were at, but it was actually, we were in Olde the other day because Charlotte got some stuff for her birthday or some shit like that. So we took her in there. It's fucking brutal. But there's a gay guy in there.
Girl dads, baby.
Right. Very nice gay guy came up, whatever. So Kenzie, they don't know. My kids don't know. And Kenzie's just staring, and I just grabbed her head and just turned it. I'm like, dude, like, chill out. What? No, Mom, what are you doing? Stop. And it's just like, I don't have a problem with that, but like, it's not going to be a thing where you're going to explain it to my kids. I'm going to explain it. And we did. Listen, sometimes a man and a man they're friends and they're cool and they end up falling, and that's fine. That's cool. They could do that. You can do that. But again, don't fuck with my kids. Don't do it in school. Why are you doing it in school? They asked
why are you doing it in school?
You're going to fucking hate that. And you're going to understand why I was like, Charlotte's in drama club, which she also plays hockey. So I'm like, what are we doing here?
Baby's going to be a drama girl.
That's cool. That's cool. Just pick one.
She loves dancing. She loves singing,
Charlotte does gymnastics too. Kenzie does dance. Yeah, it's cool. But like, let's figure out one, because the one's really expensive. And if we're going to do it, let's do it. You can tell, let's do it.
Yep. Yep.
So I wasn't able to go to watch her because they wanted to do a background check on me. So for me to go to her thing, and I said to Linz, I love Charlotte wanted me to go, and I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. Yeah. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, we're here. Like, why do they? So now these strangers that I have no idea who they are going to know my whole past.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
And then you're going to take it out on my kid. So like, nowadays it's going to be like, so then anybody could look that up, and then it could turn into a thing, and then all of a sudden CYS is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I'm so paranoid about stuff. But like, she didn't even fight back, but I said, I want to say something to them. She's like, yeah, but then they're going to be like, so let's look him up now.
Yeah.
So I didn't even want to do anything. They're like, why don't you just go? But like, that made me so mad that I couldn't go to see her do her thing.
Well, how long has it been since you got in any trouble?
It's there still.
I mean, because I'm like 15 years, I think. You would have to I think you would have to pay over a certain, there's like a certain threshold where
if you go to a certain website, you can see all your stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I'm sure I know my boss one time when I first started, he goes, we were all talking about guns and stuff like that. And he just he dropped this bomb in there. And he was like, oh, well, you can't even own a gun. Oh. So, and I didn't even say anything. I was just like, when I got in my truck and started driving home, I was like, son of a bitch.
We were at work. Whatever. We were at work once, and I'm not gonna name names, but I know someone that I know you know. Actually got in trouble right next to my work. I'm also not gonna say where that is. But
everybody knows where I work. I post it all over the damn internet. Oh, I'm so proud of my job. I love what I do, dude, man. I love it. I love all the people I work with, all my customers. Like I hit the freaking jackpot.
Old City I just don't want anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got
sponsor wise. Yep. But so everybody started looking up records, and I'm like, no, I'm not getting involved in this. So then all of a sudden, at the time, my shop steward, because I'm in a union, he comes up and goes, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I'm like, is this gonna be an issue? He goes, oh no. But I'm just like, I definitely talked a lot of shit to you. And I said, got a little bit more self-control nowadays, but I'm just saying,
we live, we learn.
Still there, but let's not, whatever. But at the same time, it's like I was like, man, how do I get rid of this shit, dude? Like, it sucks.
I looked because I was trying to get my right to carry.
I can't.
And I looked. I only called one lawyer, but it was like $15,000.
Whoa!
And I was like, I don't need a gun that bad. My friend, like I know so many people that have them. If I really if the shit, I don't foresee. The
I got knives and swords and shit, bro.
The internet will tell us that our country's about to fall apart and we're about to be in civil war, and it's all bullshit. I don't believe anything. Yeah, and it's like, here's what I really believe: they need us as much as we need them. Who's going to purchase all their shit?
Right.
Who's going to use all the shit that they're making? They need us just as much as we need them. They have all the money, all the power.
I think it's a guy, I forget his name, man. I used to follow him, and then I think it was Rogan that actually found out that he was Billy Carson.
Oh, he is bullshit.
He's bullshit. Yeah, I was following that guy. Then I went back and listened. I was like, oh my God, listen to this. What am I doing?
Listening to that guy is like listening to fucking Geo from what's his name? The guy from Ancient Aliens. Oh, awesome dude with the crazy hair. Yeah. Well, I wanted to props to that guy, by the way. He really built a brand. That dude was a genius. He's a genius, I should say.
I like Graham Hancock.
Me too. Me too. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I wanted what Carson was saying to be true. I'm like, bro, this guy's on some shit.
Yeah.
But
Wes Huff wrecked him.
Yeah. I just listened to something with that. Like, I'm not into I know so much about religion, dude, and I just I respect the fuck out of it, but at the same time, it's like I just want, and it has nothing to do with me. I love Charlotte is so she's so interested in it, and that's the one thing the grandparents are always pushing. And I'm like, let them figure it out when they get older. My kids, this is just my thing.
Yep.
Let my girls figure it when they get older, when they're old enough to make the right decision, if they want to be in that. Because if you tell them that this is right because you believe it's right, they're just going to believe it because you said that. I don't want that. I want them to really, if they really really believe in that, that's all them when they're old enough to make that decision. And it's just something that's always like, come here. I'm like, I'm fucking telling you guys, knock the fuck off. I don't want that.
Yeah.
And then I like Huff. I like him.
Puff is good.
Yeah,
Puff is good.
I just don't. I want all that
Jesus
stuff.
Christ saved the world, bro. Really, like it is what it is. You know,
I'm not saying he didn't.
Yeah,
I'm not. I am not. Can I say what I believe? Actually,
absolutely.
Okay, okay,
that's
cool.
what we're here for.
I'm so into extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
I don't even think they are. That's what they are. I don't think they're aliens.
They've been here, right?
Yeah, I think that this is just time, dude. I think it's all about. I think they're us from a different time, and I think Jesus was just a dude that was put here. It's like we've got to figure this out. I don't think that we even started here. Yeah, that Mars thing or the moon thing. I am all on board with that. Can't tell me no.
When I struggle with my faith, which I do from time to time.
Yeah.
I have some crazy theories that I've started to work up. Not so much that I put too much effort into them, but think about Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
And how much brutality he had to go through.
Yeah.
Just to get hung on a cross. Only to say, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do.
Yeah.
And save a guy next to him who didn't even really know, who really just was like,
Dad, don't.
Yeah. He's like, these guys, they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then he gets resurrected. And if you just, in my Father's house, there are many mansions and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, what I thought about was this. Jesus was sent here to save us. Mm-hmm. We tore him apart, and God was like, nope, I'm taking my son back, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
And then ever since, it's been
a while.
It's been a while. It's been a long while.
Wild.
So it's like, would you, if you created everything and you sent your only son to save the world, show them that they were being barbarians, because in my opinion, we were barbarians up until Jesus Christ saved us all. Let us know what we were doing was all wrong. Even though that Deuteronomy, the Old Testament, gave us the 10 Commandments and all that stuff, which, by the way, we don't know actually how old that is, but they found Noah's Ark. That's actually found. That's not like some Billy Carson shit.
That's actually found.
Yes, they actually found it.
Was it found in the Middle East?
It was found somewhere over there.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yep.
And it's only like the bottom part of it. Mm-hmm. And it's got like what are they called? What they would lock anchor stones, maybe, where they anchor the boat.
It was made from a certain type of wood. Wait, it was made from a certain type of wood that's only found in a certain place. Was that the Ark, or is that something else? I was just researching something the other day that was made by a certain type of wood. No, that's not the Ark. Never mind. That's something else. Hold on, that's something else.
That's okay.
I gotta figure that out. But
I don't know about timelines. I don't know about carbon dating and all that stuff. I don't. Once people start saying hundreds of millions and billions and all this shit, I just check out.
Yeah.
Because I don't really. I think it's all. There's a bit of fantasy there.
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't know.
Absolutely.
You and me aren't doing these.
You can't ever say no.
Yeah, you and me aren't doing the experiments, right? Like, so people who are much smarter than us are saying things, and they're saying it in a way that
they don't think
very smart people will say things to make very dumb people like me believe them. Right. And anti-religion is a religion.
Okay.
And science has become a religion.
Right.
But I personally believe that science proves that God exists. So my thing is they work hand in hand. It's not one or the other. We're honestly, I mean, think about the human eye itself. Even Darwin, I read a book I read a book a long time ago when I was in a place that allowed me the time to read books.
Yep.
And it was like Darwin himself mentioned that the human eye was the only flaw in his theory because of how advanced it is. It's like, it's ridiculous. The human eye is ridiculous. There's so much going on there. I'm gonna butcher it.
Yeah.
And again, the theory of evolution, it's not the proof of evolution. It's not, and I believe in evolution to an extent. I definitely do. I don't believe we all come from the same organism. I don't think that for a second.
No.
If anything,
just look at people.
No. I don't share. Do we share DNA with lizards? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. But I also have a second loose theory that I was thought about. Mars is closer to the sun, right? Is Mars closer to the sun or further away? Can we look that up?
Hold on.
Can we look that up?
Yeah, I got you.
Because I'm almost positive. I just saw a meme the other day that they said Mount Everest has fossils that prove that the ocean was as high as Mount Everest.
Mars is after us.
It's after us. Okay, so then that kind of shits on my theory then, because I was thinking, for some reason, I thought Mars was the planet right before ours. That shows you how smart I am.
Venus.
Don't listen to me.
I should have known that. Actually,
fucking stupid.
I should have known that. I shouldn't have had to look that up.
But I know, same.
Yeah.
I have a third theory that's even more ridiculous though.
Okay.
But yeah, so my thing is, I thought we were getting closer to the sun, that the sun was actually eating the planets. Right?
Well, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you there is a study that was done that's literally like, we lose like, I think every certain amount of years we lose like inches towards the sun. Like we're going further towards the sun.
I got that. Yeah. So I do believe in that.
Yeah. Well, it's proven.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
And then my third theory is that Norse mythology is real.
I am not against that whatsoever.
And I have that theory only because when we were kids, there were 9 planets.
Yeah, Greek mythology, whichever one, you could take either one of them. I mean, you can't say that it didn't. It's not, possible.
Jupiter. Yeah. Jupiter is the land of giants. And the reason why we can't figure out how they built the pyramids is because the giants came, and in the Bible talks about giants
type stuff.
Either Nephilim or just like some other type of giants that we don't, the Norse mythology style giants.
That would explain that big tree trunk. I forget where it is.
Yeah. And also
looks like it was chopped down, but it was the tree of life. I forget what it's called, but yeah, it was supposed to be like back.
I know what you're talking about. The big mountains that they think are actually tree trunks.
Yeah. I'm cool with that theory because back in the day, apparently it was like the tree of life, and then when whatever supreme being said that humans aren't worthy of forever life, they chopped the tree down, and that's why we have a lifespan. That's why we die.
I didn't know that part.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I just always I was like, well, the giants in Norse mythology were way strong enough to handle the pyramid.
Oh yeah.
Like they would, and then that would at least give us, I mean, what are they trying to say? That they used winches and how do they don't know how they built the pyramids.
But they did have water
inside the
right.
Yeah, but the shit that's inside the pyramid and how the distance away, again, I'm going off of just loose ass thought.
Well, I mean, you never know. I
wouldn't put any stock into what I'm saying.
The biggest problem is the right angle.
Jesus Christ, he definitely saved the world. That in my opinion, I fully on board ever since, and even like I was a kid. I was walking down Chi Avenue with Jim Bennett and Mike Gill, talking about how I always knew that there was a better way. I've always had something in my heart.
I feel like I've been around for maybe one of those inspirational quotes in a Westchester day or something, walking down the street and just being like, what are we talking about? Well, at the point in time, the mindset, maybe your mindset was there. I was like, bro, what are we doing?
I've always believed in a better way. I've always thought that there was a better way than what we were doing when we were kids. And I've learned that way now.
I remember the day. I do remember the day. I don't remember which chick it was. It was always a chick that like pulled me out. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, no.
I got pulled out of it. Yep.
I remember looking at Jim and being like, we can't keep doing this. Like we have to start doing something. Like we have no money. We have no job. Like someone's got to work.
We're fucking losers.
My dad was like, let's go. I'm like, well, there it is. I guess it was him. It wasn't a woman, but.
Well, Glenn Clark, my first boss, man, Pat Clark's dad, Pat Clark, RIP, man. Yeah, but I always talk about him when I talk about like one of the apex, I don't even know what the right word is, but one of the turning points in my life was going to work in the mountains with him and Pat, and just the knowledge that dude in just a very short amount of time, even though I wound up going away, that was the last time I ever got in trouble, because I remember I didn't even need to, I knew when it happened, I was like, fuck, I'm an idiot, and I stopped hanging out with all the same people. I mean, I didn't talk to Gil for a long time after that. I remember talking to Joe D on the phone, and you could tell both of us knew it was the last time we were ever going to talk to him. And I was dead serious. I literally I was like, fuck everybody. I'm just going to get myself together. I had a great girl at the time. Her family took me under her wing.
Oh yeah,
their wing.
That's right. I forgot about that time period. Holy shit!
There was a time when I disappeared for 8 years, and that 8 years literally
disappeared for me though.
Family, even though I didn't know it at the time, and it's crazy because I often think about them, especially when things are going really well.
You have to,
because they'll never see the fruit of the influence that they had on me, right? And that's fine. It was God's plan. And
that's what makes you think. That's what makes me sometimes. I know
it was God's
I'm not trying to
plan,
interrupt
dude.
you, but that's what makes me think, dude. There's definitely something going on up there, because
there
like
is.
this is happening for a reason.
Yes.
Dude.
Think about the people that were put in place in your life that have kept you out of harm's way, that literally shielded you from some crazy ass shit. And always were, they had your, like, so those people, even after everything ended with me and that girl, they still took care of me for like 3 months afterwards.
Wow.
Like, they let me live in their apartment for free.
Yeah.
Didn't ask me for anything. Didn't rush me out. I left because I got promoted from KC Signs. And my uncle was like, hey, you could come stay with me.
Right.
And my Aunt Hillary, thank God. Again, I didn't even talk to my uncle for years before that. And he thought I was hitting him up to ask him for money. I was asking him to co-sign for me to get my own apartment because my credit score was 480 at that time.
Right.
I mean, we're way above that now. We're doing much better now. Don't get me wrong. But back then I was you got to start somewhere. I didn't even know what credit was. So my uncle, he's like, come on, man. And then
I'm going to show you this real quick.
He's going to show me what time it is. And my uncle's been in sales forever. He taught me so much just living there, like his tutelage. And I was a dickhead still. Don't get me wrong. So, and then I met, he saw how much effort I put in to what I was doing in sales. And like, I was doing sales training. I was paying for sales training on my own just to further my career because I was sold the dream. I was sold the sales dream and I love it. I freaking I'm in it, dude. Yeah.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yep. And because for me, what I do is a lifestyle. It's not a job. I chose the reason I got into sales is because I saw people living a certain lifestyle. They had freedom. They had autonomy. They had autonomy over their own schedule. They were happy. They weren't miserable. And everybody I knew in the trades hated their lives. They were fucking getting out of their truck. They were like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is not the life I want to live, man. There is no way I want to live that life, And so I think about all those, and I use Glenn Clark. I use that family. I use the people on Pine Street, Ted, Walter, this old head that lived literally a street behind me when I was growing up in Upper Darby. And, that was the real hard time in my life. But even that guy, no reason at all to look out for me, would take me on dirt biking trips with him and his family, would take me to Dave and Buster's with him and his family, like showed me a certain way, even though I didn't really understand it at the time when it was happening for me, what it did for me in the long run, you'll never know it. Yeah, I actually stopped at his house one time a long time ago. I know the quiet is kind of, I can hear him.
Oh, okay.
I stopped by his house one time. I was dating a girl from Upper Darby, and I was just like way early for a date. So I stopped by his house, and I was like, I just wanted to come by and just, shake your hand, let you know I was doing really well, and just thank you, because you showed me some kindness when you didn't have to, and I'm sure your kids probably didn't even like the fact that you were including me in all this shit, but you did it. And he was like, oh man, don't mess with
and you had other kids. Oh,
yeah. Yep. And they were my age. Like his two daughters were my age. His son was my brother's age. So it wasn't like, it wasn't like so out of the realm. But he was definitely including me in things that were just family events, and I'm so super grateful for that. And that's part of my testimony why I believe in Jesus so much, because I always knew that there was a better way. And, I was, even when I had nobody seemingly looking out for me, I had people that were looking out for me, that were keeping me shielded, keeping me protected, keeping me on the right, making sure nothing crazy happened to me. Some crazy shit happened to me, but that has to, especially, with greatness, right? I don't have like some crazy ego, but I am successful compared to where I was.
There's confidence in ego,
Yeah, like you have to go through some shit to appreciate it, because we know, what's crazy? We know some kids, we know some grown ass men that had all the advantages growing up, and they're not doing so well. They're really not doing so well. Whether they look like they're doing well on Instagram, we know the truth, and it's like, come on, man. Like,
I don't talk to anyone. I cannot. I talk to you.
I talk to two.
Yep.
I talk to Mike Gill still every now and then. I'll touch base with Mike Gill because no matter what, I love Mike Gill, man. Like,
you guys,
he was always there for me, man. Like, even when I was a dickhead, he always had my back, man. And that's just Mike Gill. I think he's the most. he is one of the most loyal people on the planet. He's like a pit bull, you know, as long as you're good and you don't betray him, he'll have your back for life. At least in my own experience. So I got mad love from Mike Gill, always will. I think I'll touch base with AJ every now and then, and Dan Clark, I've touched base with recently because when I was going through it after that one hard breakup, he took me to Rehoboth Beach. He fucking literally didn't ask me for a dime.
Yeah, he's done that with me before.
You know, he took me, and I'm just so grateful for that shit, you know? And it's like, in my mind, the way you could say you're grateful, right? You could say, oh, I'm so grateful for this shit. I appreciate all the people, you know, blah, 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 but you're still living a shitty life.
Yeah.
The way you show your gratitude for the people that helped you in life is by living well, by actually like growing from the experience that they had to look out for you for, right? Like there wasn't no reason that, like, I was in a bad way.
Yeah.
You know, I was fucked up. But what happened is after the Rehoboth trip, you know what I did? I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking weed. I started going to I started riding my bike to this track, and I would run the track because Mike Gill, I
remember seeing that,
dude. And I remember there was a time a couple months right before I moved to my uncle's. I was riding my bike back from the park that I would run at, and I was smiling. I was like, dude, I'm living like a clean life, you know, like life is all right. I'm not the happiest I've ever been, you know, but things are going to be okay. I kind of knew right then and there that, like, all right, this is my path. I know what I'm supposed to do now. I'm supposed to keep my head straight. I'm supposed to be in sales, and I'm supposed to just go, just whatever's going to happen.
Your trajectory.
Yeah, like,
you're on your trajectory to.
And I learned about delayed gratification, because I'm not ashamed of it. I was trying anything I could do at the time in the very start of my success journey. I was just trying to get the girl back. I was like, I'm just, if I start doing well, you know, maybe she'll see it, but
it was way too far gone.
And I'm so happy because when I'm not ashamed to admit this, I was looking up YouTube, man, like growth, success coaches, relationship coaches.
Nothing wrong with that.
And what people were saying,
I just told you I did it earlier. Yeah, you got to.
I still do today. Like to this day, I still listen to the same Jim Rohn seminar that I listen to once or twice a year. Thank God for that, man. Like, I'm so grateful for that. And we live in 2026. So a guy like me who comes from nothing, no education, no really aspirations up until like my daughter was about to be born. And I lost a girl that I loved. Like, now I taught everything. I role play in my truck by myself. I do all the things that all the little creepy, or like not creepy, but like the lame shit. All the shit that everybody's like, oh, that's cliche, that's lame. Yeah. I'm doing it. And you know what? I'm running circles around these motherfuckers because I'm doing it. And I'm I'm solidified in it because I've seen the results. I've actually lived through like making $10 an hour in my first sales job with 10% commission on fucking $100 sales, to moving to Casey Signs, to being a project manager, to getting promoted to an outside account manager, and, you know, selling hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that. And now I'm with a company that we're doing well, you know, like, and I've sold millions of dollars in my career, and it's all because of YouTube. Literally, YouTube taught me everything I know. YouTube, and just having the intuition to know who's a real motherfucker and who's a fake motherfucker, because YouTube will get you. What I've learned is to extrapolate, you know, from certain people. But yeah, I kind of got lost there. But yeah, that's the way I live my life.
It's good though, because you're like, you can tell that you're like into it.
Yes.
And the thing about like us and the stuff, like I'm doing the podcasting stuff, you're doing the, you know, my job's my job. I love it. I mean, but I'm not going to talk about it. I don't care. I love this shit. This is what I love this shit. If you ask Jim Bennett,
I'm so proud of you for this shit, by the way. Like, I
appreciate that.
I value the fact that you're doing what you want to do, regardless of whatever. You're doing it not because you're making $1 million. I don't know if you're making $1 million.
Not $1 million.
Yeah, but you're doing it for the love of the game.
Oh yeah.
Right. And it's kind of like your sport. The same way sales for me is like my sport. It's like, I love it. So I try to get as you know, it's like a process, and it's never ending. You know, there's no ceiling.
It's gotta be this is therapeutic.
Sure.
This shit has to be, because I was in I don't want to say like a dark place, but like sometimes, like, because a lot of things weren't my parents raised me, and it was great. Like my dad is, he was the man. Like he turned me into the dad that I am now. My real dad helped me as bad as a dad as he was. He helped me being a bad dad, show me what I'd never want to be.
Yeah.
And be the absolute opposite of what he was. And I just, it's, I like I said, I don't want to say it was like a dark place, but sometimes it's just like, am I doing the right stuff? And I got caught in the algorithms on social media, and I left for a long time. I was like, fuck this. Like this is, and now I have found therapy in calling out on social media the people that are trying to scare dads being dads.
Oh yeah.
I am attacking them, and I'm like,
it's
what?
A good
I said, why are you? The other day was, and we'll end this with this okay. In 15 minutes, I guess.
Right. I gotta pee anyway.
Cool. Well, we'll do it after this. You are not gonna fucking make me guilty to be a fucking dad. Yeah. You're making men feel fucking bad for being men. Yeah. You don't drink. That's not your thing, and that's cool. Yeah. You've done it. I could stop now and be like, I've had enough, because I've definitely done enough of that for the rest of my life. I love beer. Yeah. And it's all there is. But at the same time, social media is making these weaker men. That's what's happening. And these guys are doom scrolling. I do it too, but I laugh at shit. I send it to you. I'm like, look at this shit, dude.
Yep. I got a couple guys that like got a steady stream of shit coming to them. Yeah.
And it's funny. And
reverse. Yeah.
And I'm starting to see the videos that Linz will send me, the one like, oh, my husband is getting ready to send me this thing. And I am that guy.
Yeah. I love that, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah.
Dude. But you're not fucking getting me, because you got me and you made me fucking fear death so much about being a parent, and oh dude, I'm raising my kids to be okay for when I die. Dude, fuck off. Why are you saying that to people? Shut the fuck up. Let me raise my kid and not be fucking worried about dying. Let me raise my kid. It's just all scare. I don't know why, but now I'm on. I'm like, yeah, but are you not a fucking parent? Well,
you have to.
Why are you asking me that? Yeah. Because shut the fuck up, dude. Why are you saying that shit? I hate it. I can't stand it.
No, I'm the same way. And man bashing is like a thing, especially straight white male bashing.
Yeah.
But I'm a straight white male.
You're not bashing me, dude.
Yeah, you're not gonna bash me. And anyway, and besides, I've been through way more than you, and you would not be, if you were in the same position I am.
No shot.
You would not be fucking doing what I'm doing. Way. You know, like I see a lot of part-timers out there running that shit.
You take these people and put them, come back into 2000 with me real quick, and we'll talk about if you can last, because I guarantee you're not lasting.
Yeah. I think 2000's coming back. It seems like there's a bit of a push coming back.
Yeah.
And I like that. You know, there's gonna be, I think, as we can just balance because really the far right's just as bad as the far left.
It's all,
you know what I'm saying? But at least the far right's happy.
Yeah.
Right. I've noticed. Well, maybe not the far right, but the right side of the aisle seems to be much happier than the left side of the aisle. The left side of the aisle is like nihilistic.
They talk too much.
They're atheists. They're like miserable people that have no happiness. It's
too much going on.
Yeah. It's like you care too much about what people think.
It's like that,
just go live, dude. Go have some fucking fun with your life. Smile.
It's like that dramatic couple that there's and when the phone rings, you just know it's going to be like, oh my God, what now? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's just always something going on.
Yeah.
And they're always trying to fucking put it on the other side. Well, they're not bitches, so let's get them to bitch. Like, I'm all right. Shut up.
I'm not gonna bitch no more.
I'm at work. I'm sorry. What you do?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, bro, I got work in the morning, and I'm looking at. I'm trying to smile. I don't want to be miserable.
Yeah.
I don't know what this whole like misery culture, like everybody wants to be unhappy, and
you don't want me to be miserable.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. You don't want me to be miserable.
Yeah.
The world has seen me miserable, and it's not a good. It's not a good look.
Yeah. With that, dude, we're gonna end this. We're almost at a hour and a half here, but can't be the last time, dude.
No, that was
cannot be the last time.
I want to do more podcasts. This is actually awesome.
Dude, we got the kids introduced, so like now hopefully she's like, oh, I'm gonna go back over to Bell House.
She will.
The Bell and the Browns together.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
With that being said, we're gonna end it here. We'll have another one at some point. I'm gonna be making some reels about like some video games and nostalgia shit at some point.
By the way, Crimson Desert, fucking fantastic.
You're gaming still?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I gotta bring you back.
We gotta get going.
We gotta get back on that. Well,
thank you, by the way, for having me on the podcast.
Any fucking time, dude. Whenever it happens, whenever you want to do it, let me know. All I gotta do is walk downstairs.
Hell yeah.
Next time we'll talk.
It's only 30-minute ride for me. So
I like to do video games, and music is good. Music is good to talk about as well.
We got a lot to talk about.
Movies. Yep. Yeah, all that. So with that being said, we'll see you guys at some other point. And that was the Living Room Show.
Bye.